We're done. Yeah. Good morning. I'm Jim. Go by my. Nice to meet you. That'd be great. I'm gonna buy my. Well, there is a Tuesday. Hey, Don, can you hear us?
Okay, all right, well.
I can.
There's gonna be ramping it up.
Can you hear me?
It's a Camaro, 68 Camaro. Yeah. So every year this. Morning.
Well, I might have to look at that.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but okay.
We're migrating.
I would say, I would make that.
Audio test, can you hear us now?
I want to go into one time and I did it. So Watch me win today.
I can hear the whole community right now over there.
Oh, wow. And you brought that.
Yeah, for some reason it's not playing over the speaker, so.
There's a button you can push on the controller by the door. Yeah, it says
I already did all that.
Well,
Volume's up, volume's on, but it's not. See if it's, the audio.
Good friends with where do you have that? Morning. Oh, really?
When I first joined, they put really right. One thing they have to have sleep is over. Sleeping in GM. Like it's gonna be, it's not there. And normally it's pretty from what we. Usually you're gonna do. Michigan gave tomorrow $7. All right, 2 minutes late, sir.
We're gonna use the flag right here in this wonderful photograph.
Yep.
Since the sergeant at arms failed in his job to bring it over, so please join me. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the rotary test of the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do, and we're emphasizing the bold text first.
Is
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned?
Will
Will build goodwill, better friendship. beneficial to all concerned.
Good.
Fun.
Oh, I gotta add that one. Fort Gardner. Thanks. Thanks, James. Eileen, are you here?
No, she's not. She's at
No, I
the,
got it. You already got it. Eileen, inspirational comments. Yeah, hold on. Gotta get. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping it together is progress. Working together is a success. That's according to Henry Ford. Oh, no, he and Lauren were real close friends.
Go tell Lauren now.
Yeah. Yes, you want to introduce your,
my daughter Cora, she came to hang out with me today and.
welcome, Cora. Any other guests? We have our speakers, Steve Chittenden and Lilia. Lilia.
Sorry.
How do you, Valerie?
Yeah.
All right, they're with, Hebron IT Academy. All right, well, welcome.
And Steve's a member of the Evercore.
Yep. Yep, fellow Rotarian. and
What?
A brother, a twin brother or a fellow workmate of mine, so,
Yeah, he was in the Army Reserve with me.
yeah.
Were you a colonel? Me?
You're.
He outranks me by 1 or 2 then.
No birthdays, anniversaries. Today is Rand and Lynn Southern's 37th anniversary, but they celebrated yesterday because they're halfway around the world, so it was actually the fourth yesterday where they're at, so. Rotary anniversaries, Tracy DeLorme, 22 years on the first. Some announcements, tomorrow, or today's our blood drive. Thanks for the people that stepped up and volunteered. Harvest Fest is the 31st. And, anybody bring a sponsorship so they can add their name to the jar back there? I think Kevin O'Brien had one that brought in, so his name will be added. Yeah, that's just for sponsorships, not auction items, just sponsorships. And then our meeting next week, just remember, District Governor Dave Duskin is visiting, so it'll be pretty much, it'll be the entirety of the program, so we'll make our announcements and our report short. All right, reports. Lori,
All good.
all good, got money? Some green?
Bill's okay.
All right, Gary?
Our next board meeting will be, this coming Wednesday, October 9th at Sherwood Community Services. I may or may not be there, depending on whether I have my hand surgery on Wednesday morning. I've got a slight cold, so I don't know if that'll get me out or not. If you read the note from Eileen, Joyce is back in the hospital again. And is very lonely. When I talked to her on Tuesday night to see if she wanted to go to the senior center the next day for lunch, she says, "Oh, I've been in the hospital for a week." And I said, "Well, why?" And she said, "Well, I have breathing problems." I said, "Okay, and what's the outcome?" She said, "I don't know. They don't know." And so she says, "I have no clue of when I'm going home." She is in room 1056-2. And Jim has an update. He says,
I went and saw her last night. She looked good. She slept in her chair having dinner.
Good.
Raring to get out of there. And she, her situation is she's working with social services at the hospital. Her full-time caregiver, her husband is in the hospital down in Seattle, so her caregiver had to go take care of her husband. So they're trying to find through the social services department there, they're trying to find a caregiver for her so she can go home. She looked really good, and I won't violate any HIPAA because she didn't tell me I can tell you what's going on, but she looked really good, good spirits, and so she's raring to get out of there and ready to go over the wall. Anyway, I think
You look out the
the
window.
situation of.
No rope ladders hanging down out the window. No rope ladders hanging down out the window.
Sheets, tied sheets together. Anyway. That's the update.
All right. Well, Brian. Nothing? I'm a joker.
Well, I guess I do have something, so, I'm talking more to the skate park, I forgot her name anyway. More about, talking about our sign and stuff too, so I guess that's something, but. She needs a copy of she doesn't even have a copy of her contract. So I've got to locate that, I think Michelle has a copy, she was present at the time, so.
Is that either the city or the county?
And we did something. So, yeah, so I guess that's.
Okay. Club services, Eileen's not here. Nope, no open, yeah, community services, Rochelle.
She sent a note to Ron and I. She wanted to thank Raquel, Lori, Daniel, and Jade for their help, hopping delicious popcorn at the Lake Stevens Film Festival this past weekend, and she said that Jim Hagan was there helping as well. They had a lot of fun and saw some really great short films. The popcorn machine was disabled and deep cleaned as well as restocked with fresh supplies, so it's ready for whatever. I hope it wasn't power wash like it was last time by Chris Nickerson, because that put it out of commission for a while. And she wanted to say thank you to Amy and Johanna for working the check-in desk at the blood drive today. Their help is always appreciated. And then a reminder, we have a Lake Stevens Harvest Fest coming up on October 31st at the mill. Sign-up sheets will go out soon. It's also a fun event, handing out treats to our local trick-or-treaters. We're partnering with the Lake Stevens Arts and Parks Foundation, which is a big surprise anyway. That's it.
All right. Bob Foundation, not here. Chris Vallow, not here.
No one must be out selling home.
Yeah. No, membership.
That is all that.
That's quick. You're gonna have all kinds of time to talk.
Yeah.
Vocational, Kristen's not here.
Really quick, the
Oh.
16th, there's high school and beyond night at the high school, so we'll have a booth there and a couple of you volunteers will follow up. with you.
Kendra programs.
All's good here. We got Dave Deskin next week, and I'm in contact with some cool organizations like Macaroni Kids, which does like a bunch of like children coordinated events throughout Snohomish County, and so we'll get them on the calendar too.
And Rand is in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yep, so not here. James, you're up. Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
What's the bot up to, man?
All right, a whopping $45.
Whoa, that's a lot. So we do a raffle every week. I'm gonna have you pick the winning ticket of the first phase. Please read the last three numbers out loud.
990.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's only phase one.
That just means one.
So somebody won recently, so there's a lot of ducks in here. You have to pick out the one with a big W on the bottom of it. Please pick the yellow one. So you do get a consolation prize, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right. You didn't even check my ticket.
Oh,
It is, we hit the through. We hit the through.
Rotarian is trustworthy. Helpful, friendly.
All right, happy bucks.
There we go. All right, everybody have their name badge on?
They came back on.
And I didn't specify which one. They have, okay, there you go. All righty. Hi there.
Okay. You didn't actually, you snuck in.
Yep, it's Daniel.
Daniel?
I'm subbing for Daniel Volker,
Oh, okay.
their business development manager there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, he's up messing around in Alaska. You're down here filling
Their
for.
business.
All right.
And you brought brunch.
I did.
Oh.
Tell the truth, right?
All right, we'll go with happy bucks, Mr. President.
Happy, great Friday. Just glad to be here with all of you. Got a good Husky game to go to tomorrow and.
Yep.
No doubt.
Who are they playing?
Michigan.
Michigan Wolverines. We're gonna beat them.
Best football game I ever saw was sitting in the East End bleachers decades ago.
Huskies were on my season ticket.
There you go. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's go to the folks online. Good morning, Mr. Iverson. Are you happy? Can't hear you. There we go.
You know.
Very cloudy there, though. All right, Kendra, are you happy?
Yep, happy it's Friday, and we had a really exciting birthday this week for my daughter who's 9. We took her to the Kraken game, and she was surprised with we got upgraded to like sweet seats right on the glass, and she got to ride on the Zamboni and stuff. So it was a very memorable birthday. So it made the whole week.
Awesome, great. And Johanna?
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone.
Good deal. Excellent. All right.
Hey, I'm here now.
All right. Let's go over to this side of the room again.
Don's unmuted now.
Oh, Don's up.
I'm back.
Looks very foggy where you are.
Yeah, I know, but it's warm fog. you
Okay.
know.
You in Arizona, Mexico, Italy, where are you at?
I'm in Maricopa, Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah, spent a week coming down here, then a week, we say inspecting and getting details finished for the new house. And then the third week has been move in. So it's been a chaotic 3 weeks. It's good to be back.
Your picture looks like you haven't moved much in.
I just got internet installed yesterday, so finally can get back on the air with the meetings.
All right, good deal. Thank you. Are you happy, sir? I'm happy. All right. Good.
Happy, I felt fine. I came in after the bell. But happy because we took our, we had a photographer take our son's senior pictures, last night. The child actually smiled. Big deal. The first time I've seen teeth in a picture, and he's about 4 or 5.
Seen,
Yeah, I know.
I remember transporting the devil.
Yep. I think you can transport it into Highland, probably. He is a kindergarten for seniors. Student high school kiddo.
All right.
Good morning. And happy Friday, and this morning with my daughter.
Future rotation.
Sure.
He doesn't look super pleased when it's early in the morning.
It's Friday.
Somebody has a new toy?
What? I don't know.
Well, so you're gonna have to take over for Warren and Tesla stories.
Oh, you have a Tesla?
Did you see it?
Or Sam, Sam's gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, right next to it?
Sure. Still getting used to it. I sat in the driveway for 20 minutes just to figure out if it was on or not.
Tell us how much your savings.
Jim? They're done talking.
Sorry.
Have a happy dollar weekend. Our daughter Brooke and her husband Ryan spent 12 days in Antigua, and we were able to have our 2 granddaughters for 12 days, and it was just a delightful time. Really good. We see them all the time anyway. We get to know them, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
God has blessed us with some wonderful culture.
Well, speaking of grandchildren.
Yeah.
I went over to Boise to visit my number 3 granddaughter. and she works at a country club, and, in charge of a lot of their services. And, her boyfriend, but, we also visited a friend of mine, a high school friend of mine. His daughter works for a company called Shields, which is larger than Cabela's, and it has a giant Ferris wheel in the middle of the building. It's huge. And so my granddaughter, and her boyfriend and Bev and Bev went and sat down by the Ferris wheel so that she could visit with our friend Tina, and it was just amazing. You can get about every damn thing that you can think of in that place. And it was an amazing place to be. So we had a fun time.
So I'm happy that my vision of my left eye is coming back. I ended up with an infection, then it filled with blood and junk, right? And the worst part about it wasn't necessarily that, but when the doctor told me, we've got to treat this pretty aggressively because this is one of you to lose your eye. And so he goes, okay, so what we have to do today, we got to give you 3 shots in your eye. And then he leans his seat back and he says to his assistant, hold his head. So I'm thinking, holy shoot, like, I mean, not that I'm some tough guy, but I mean, I get shots in my eyes, right? So, but you're gonna hold my head this time? So the first one they do, they put an antibiotic, the second one, another antibiotic, third one was an antibiotic, and then he shoves it further to take some stuff out. And I'm sitting there literally thinking, jump, like this hurts. And I'm thinking, no, I do, I got a needle in my eye. So, but now the vision's totally coming back and it's
Wow.
pretty much gone. So now it's got to either.
I think that's more information than I needed.
Or we end up.
So I have a question. You're up right in your eyeball.
Yeah, they do it on, so they have you look this way while he stabs you, but guess what? You still see the needle.
But it's not up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
She was like,
Dude,
it's
tons of drops. It's all numb.
I was gonna ask if you could feel it, but I didn't know. Your eye.
I wasn't sure if Mary was turning around to look at you or if she was moving away from you.
I was thankful that there's no shots in my eyeball.
So, yeah, so the good thing is I'm pretty much can see, it's still a little hazy, so they may have.
Kind of reminds me of our EMT training way back. Oh.
I figured you way to help.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I'm glad you're on your way to help.
Oh, man, so I'm a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and I have retinopathy. So I actually get shot in my eyes every 8 weeks. So to keep it from literally bleeding. No, you're talking about fear, like even though you do stuff every X, the scariest thing when that seat goes back and he's like, okay, and they don't do anything to keep you still. So they don't even put that thing in your eye anymore. He comes up with a Q-tip to hold mine, and then he's like, here we go. And it's like, geez. But here's the thing, you guys all kind of cringe, but if you said, if the doctor told you, you know how you're gonna be able to see without being affected with blood in your eye, we're gonna have to shoot you in the eye with a needle. You'll do it every time. You won't even, so, yeah. So,
Mary.
Okay, I'm recovering from what I just heard, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm so happy. First of all, I'm grateful that my eyes work, so thank you, that's a cautionary tale there. I am super, excited because I'm on this great adventure, the adventure of being your new superintendent, so I am just constantly discovering excellent things about the Lake City School District and our community. I'm doing this little spot called Did You Know with Dr. T, and that's what it's really all about. I just wanted to share with you a tidbit that just filled me with joy. I was out at the elementary school last week, and I'm just standing there helping with lunch supervision in the cafeteria. This little kid comes up, and I think he's like a second grader, and he looks at me and he goes, I know who you are. I'm like, honey, who am I? You're the mayor. And I said, well, yes, I am. Okay. And then he said, I know that because you have a commercial. And I'm like, yes, I have a commercial. So anyway, it was very sweet. I'm just enjoying myself so much. Our bond, as you know, because we presented on that 2 weeks ago, it's actually tomorrow is 1 month out. So please spread the word. Information is what we get to do right now. So we think that we're doing a good job. Today we're at the senior center and also at the early living center. We're kind of on this little pathway of presentation.
Anyway, and then tonight is elementary night at the football game, so that should be exciting. It's gonna stop raining, I know that, about like 6 o'clock, it's stop raining. So anyway, glad to be here, thank you, everybody.
You got to do a tour on one of our buses.
I did.
Years ago.
It's fun.
Yeah, that was-
Friday, I'm happy to getting ready, Dr. G, and, my kids are in, what, 7th and 5th grade, and, I have enjoyed getting to know you, like, and on your commercials. You're very accessible, and you've been at a lot of fun things, and it's really great to see you in the community here, for sure.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, cool.
Mimi needs a little help, 'cause I saw her yesterday hanging out by the dumpster downtown in Lake Stevens. I was a little worried, but
Just on another corner, another corner. Yeah, I was using the Citizens View app, if you guys don't know about it, you can take pictures of whatever you find in the community, and it goes to the Public Works Department, and it gets like on their work list, they still triage it. So I hope that they can repaint the, crossings here by Chicken Drive-In and such, to make it more obvious for our pedestrians. I think Brett said they were gonna wait to do it until the whole downtown gets, I'm like, can't wait 2 or 3 years. Anyway, that's what I was doing.
How many pictures have you submitted?
Four, and they've all worked so far.
Typical public works projects is they would repaint them and then repair.
Right.
Hi, I'm Lilia. You will hear about the Women's Street. I'm very happy to be here. It's been an amazing week with Steve and Julie Chittenden. I spent Monday on Whidbey Island. This place is just gorgeous. Yeah, mesmerizing. And I am flying back home tonight to see my kids and my family. So I'm happy Friday.
Well, safe travels. And speaking of Mr. Chittenden,
Yeah.
welcome to our club.
thank you. $10 is gonna be advertising dollar.
Yes.
So we have Rotary tickets for a 68 Camaro. And we are, with the Everport Garden Rotary Club, we are having to be very aggressive in selling this year. And the wisdom of the gambling commission decided that we can no longer sell, and Sam's gonna do something about this, so we can no longer sell tickets via email. We can't, you can't call us up, or you can't buy tickets on email. I can't send you a little slip that says, please buy tickets from the Everport Garden Rotary Club. The Gambling Commission says no more of that. So 40% of our sales, boom. 40% of less money to the food banks, less money to our scholarships, 40% unless we, as a club, get out and really sell. So actually, a couple weeks ago, I went down to the Bellevue Rotary Club. Oh my gosh. I sold $800 in that club. They were absolute, everyone bought them. I'm serious, everyone bought them. So it's really, really amazing. But anyway, it's good to be here. Jim, I just met, worked with my twin brother in reserves, and my twin was a captain paramedic for 30, well, Ron did too. So anyway, it's good to see you. I've known Sam since he was a high school student, and Chris Vallow and I were neighbors since the 3rd grade. So he texted me and said he couldn't be here. But anyway, I really hope you consider buying some tickets, $20, fill the top out totally, and then the next 4, just your name and phone number. We're gonna do the drawing on Memorial Day. It's really a lot of fun. It's a great car. I had a 69 Camaro, so.
Yeah, someone from your club, I don't know, was at the car show in Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that was me. I sold you.
Sold me tickets?
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Mr. Lowe?
Happy dollar for my friend Steve. I've known him 35 years, and if that dates me or not. And, Steve and Julie are my constituents out in Silver Lake, so I sure appreciate them.
Yeah.
And then happy dollar for our school district. Recently, I've been at the Cedar Woolley School District. This week, I got a presentation from Sultan, one in Marysville. We have the best schools right here in Lake Stevens, and we're proud to support our schools. It's really great. And then, is that a commercial dollar? And then lastly, I talked with Representative Eslick this morning. She really wants to come to VIP
empty bowls tonight with me, so if somebody has an extra ticket, let me know, so I can get rep S.
Sam, I may not be going tonight,
Okay,
so probably take our ticket.
okay, yeah, just text me later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Texting, that's okay, texting those kind of tickets?
Yeah,
Not gambling.
Not gambling.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll do a happy 20 because I'm not gonna give Everett Park Gardner more than I give my own club. So, my, happy, 20 is that October is Disability Employment Awareness Month. And so all month, good jobs for good people. So, our local county councilman is supporting a resolution, at the county council on the 16th at 9 a.m. Recognizing
Everybody comes.
disability employment. That's Sam.
He does live in Hicks District.
And I'm excited too, because our school district transports a lot of the students, and folks that, Lance's, the organization works with, or.
In the transition program.
Or the years, yeah, transitions. We also transport kids out to Pathfinders and, they learn skills there too, so we're excited about that.
Great.
You guys have empty bowls this weekend, been working with a few things, helping with that. To lay out the night, yeah, and then if you don't have VIP tickets, hopefully you'll be able to come again.
I'm sorry, Christina, I'm gonna have to miss that. I'm out of town this weekend. It's last week, so excited to hear your presentation. One more person, Lori?
So, those who don't know, when they're talking about Lauren, that's my dad, who's 99 and has been a Rotarian forever. So, and talks about Tesla. However, my great grandfather lived in Canada, had the first Ford vehicle in Canada. Because my grandfather playing with that car, it wasn't working. And Mr. Ford came up and talked to my great grandfather, and in the course offered him a share in the company. My great grandfather said, "Yeah, these things will never go."
Oh, boy.
That was in Windsor. Yeah. Big presence.
All right. Thanks, everyone. So our speakers, Leah and Steve, we're gonna talk about, Hebron IT Academy, and I'll let them give their presentation.
All right.
And we'll be, we're gonna try to get this on,
Okay,
all my computer IT people are going, so we're gonna try this if we can.
yeah, so let's see first. Hi, everybody. What a pleasure and honor to be here. I love your club, a lot of fun, energy. So early in the morning when it's still dark, you can hear my accent. I'm from Ukraine. And I'll let Steve make an introduction and then I'll take over.
Thank you, Lily. So, I met Lily about 1.5 years ago, and, I've traveled a lot in the world. I've been to Russia many times. I've been to Ukraine just once, but, been to many of the countries in all over the world, actually. So, when Russia invaded, I was not happy. I'm sure all of us weren't happy. And I vowed at that time that I'm not going to be powerless. I'm going to do something about it. You know, so I have a friend in Romania, pastor friend, started giving him some money so he could send goods and food to the people in Ukraine. And then I met Lilia and her husband Ihor and found out what they were doing. One of the things that I really like about Hebron Academy is that they're teaching them how to fish and not giving them a fish. And I just love that. As a Rotarian, I've been a Rotarian 37 years now at the same club. So I try to, instill that into the club, that we need to be teaching people how to fish and not give them a fish. And I really believe that Lily and Ihor are so good at doing that. I'm looking forward to someday going to Lviv, and maybe I'll take some of you. So Lily and I will take you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, Lily Valhoon, thank you.
Thank you. So I would like to start with a video so that you can virtually meet some of our students and graduates and hear their stories from them. And then I will do the presentation. So let's start with it.
I'm not sure if the video, the volume is working.
Oh yeah, volume is not working. Oh, so you will have to probably just read the subtitle. Wait. I'm so sorry. Let's do the stop sharing. We need to move this. How can we move it? Sorry about.
Drag it out a little bit.
Oh, and I did it. Sorry. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry. You were not able to connect our audio. I am so sorry about it. I think it's the school district who blocked the volume on YouTube or something, but yeah.
Now. It's through our website, so, or through our, so, do you need to share anymore, or
Yes, let me, yeah, but it would be definitely nicer with the music, and it's my fault, I should have come earlier.
Oh, you're fine, no, that's,
So, what is?
do you need to,
Yes, the presentation.
okay.
I hope you got small idea, at least through the subtitles. Yeah, so, I was born and raised in Ukraine, and I was glad to be invited to study and teach at Penn State University in 2008 to 2011. I got master's degree. And then after Pennsylvania, I moved to the Bay Area and got into technology. 2011, 12, 13, it was booming, tech was booming. So my husband and I lived in the Bay Area, and we understood that you just need the skills. Basically, you need to know how to code the logic, and you don't need a 4 or 5 year degree in computer science. When I was at Penn State, there were hosting programs bringing Ukrainian orphans, smaller kids, to be hosted in the US and potentially adopt. There are lots of programs like that. And I was the translator, but I was also like a bridge between the families and the kids, trying to match families and children. And there were 40 kids at a time during those hosting programs. So I had the privilege to be able to change their lives through matching with the families. Let's say there is somebody who loves sports, and there is a family who loves sports, so they would be a good match to potentially adopt that child. So that's how I got into helping orphans. And then when I would go and visit to Ukraine, living in California, my husband and I would see lots of children, like teenage orphans, graduates of those orphanages, hanging around near the facilities, the orphanages. And just being there was kind of no future, no hope in their eyes. And we would ask them why here, and they said, because that's our home, but you don't live here. Yes, but we live in colleges on campus, but it's still like our home, we come here. And we would ask, what's next, what's the future? And most of them say, well, we don't have the future, it's today. So I get emotional, sorry. So basically we understood what can we do and how can we help those children, get that future, that hope, that opportunity. And so when Russia invaded Ukraine the first time in 2014, when at the end of 2014, when Russia took over Crimea Peninsula and parts of Donetsk, the eastern part of Ukraine, my husband and I moved back from California to Ukraine. We had saved money and we bought that facility you saw. The facility that was that started to be a home for the kids, for teenage orphans and underprivileged youth in Ukraine. So we registered the organization as a nonprofit in Ukraine. Now it's 501c3 in the US. And since 2016, we've been providing room and board and mostly education, trying to teach kids how to fish, like Steve said, instead of trying just to bring, food or clothes, but teaching them marketable skills that they can use for their life, to get stable jobs, to get families, to break out of those chains of orphanhood and help next generation become good members of the society. So that's Hebron IT Academy. I'll go this way, that's fine. So yes, we've been as a nonprofit since 2016. Basically, at the beginning, we were providing 2 years of room and board and education, and then we understood we got so many candidates and so much interest that, and we understood that within a year, if it's very intense, like a boot camp, we still can provide enough education, and then after a year internship opportunity, so that they get that first internship, apprenticeship, and get a job, get employed. So right now it's 12 months of training that we provide, and house, food, medical support, spiritual, intellectual, physical development, like you saw in the video, and also a year after we started Hebron Academy, our goal, it was hard, obviously, money ran out. Charity is great, somebody has to pay the bills, and we couldn't go live here in the US and fundraise. People in Ukraine don't donate as much because the country is going through the war. So we thought, why don't we start a for-profit commercial company that would generate income and serve as a source of employment and internship. So that's how Hebron Soft, a for-profit company, was started in 2017. And since 2017, we've been serving US clients and Canadian clients in different software development, developing complex web solutions, mobile applications, integrations, now AI, which is works with data analytics. Our students train large language models, like what you hear a lot on the news about OpenAI. So, I mean, these are complex solutions, but the education is well built. So, our engineers are quite famous, Eastern European engineers are quite famous for like deep, good engineering, problem solving, math, logical thinking, critical thinking. So that's about Hebron Soft as a for-profit company. So Hebron Soft generates income and pays some of the bills at Hebron. We cannot cover all, but we still provide quite a lot. And also, it serves mostly the goal of Hebron Soft is to provide coaches, mentors to help those students, so senior engineers from the market that hire, help those students at Hebron. And also, we provide kind of first job that is very important on the resume of any graduate, be able to show that, you know, he's done some, he's got some commercial experience. The problem we have in Ukraine is that due to in the Soviet Union, you know, we had lots of orphanages. You've heard about Russia, post-Soviet countries having Romania having a lot of orphanages. Unfortunately, you know, government uses propaganda now, but vodka as a means of controlling people, drunk people are weak-willed, they will not go and protest. That's why vodka is so cheap, and, you know, again, as a means of controlling people, drunk people produce a lot of babies, and social services pay them. So it's kind of a business. They are in institutions, those institutions get paid by the state to have those children, but those are the souls of kids. 200, 300 children in an institution. Steve has been to orphanages all around the world. You guys might, you know, have been to orphanages, and it's really sad to see what's happening. So we have the same, just in Ukraine, we have 108,000, even maybe not due to the war, more orphans in Ukraine. When they are under 18, they are still in institutions, meaning they have room and board, food, some type of care, and the education. They go to general schools, like elementary, middle, high schools, which is still quite good education. I mean, the quality of our state education is really good. But once they turn 18, this is the problem. They are kind of on their own. They are out of institutions. They have no support, bad influence. Statistics is really sad. Was 80 to 90%, maybe 70 to 80% of women getting into sex trafficking. I've heard about Odessa and those notorious cities of women. And then man getting into drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and it's just stealing, and so that's unfortunate because so that's why we were called to help during that age when they are 18, because that's like a transition period from having institution and having room and board, food and everything to becoming self-sustainable and not ready for an independent life. So that's the age that we serve, and that's what Hebron has been doing. So basically, we help crisis youth to break out of the circle. So we are able to fit around 30 students to 35 in our facility. And that facility mostly serves for males. We've been for 2 years, one in 2019, another last year, we just rented out separate facilities for women because they need to be separated, but also women need same care and education. And some of our graduates work at Hebron Soft and other tech companies, so we are very proud of the success stories and overall success. As you've seen in the video, we try to help them not only intellectually through profession programming and teaching, those professional skills, but also spiritual, because they go through a lot of trauma and through those 18 years, some of them were lost by their parents. Some of them saw a dad killing mom in front of them. I mean, bad stories like that. And obviously physical, because they were neglected, and that, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, that's what we try to combine. We have a psychologist, and we have like a licensed neuroscience from Florida who comes and stays and trains our students, helps with trauma release. So we try as much as we can. These are some numbers. We have 170, but actually it's 300 students that went through the school until now, meaning since 2016, that have been through our room, board, education. And I would say before the war started, before Russia invaded in 2022, we were able to place a lot of kids into jobs, because during COVID, it was a big boom for the need of technology and lots of remote jobs. But now during the war, it's been really hard. So before war, we were able to place like 80–90% of our graduates. And now it's like 20–30%. So that's a big need that we are trying to match to be able to provide jobs for them. I would like to show you some of the stories, it's just when you read or hear the stories of different students, everybody is very tragic, unique in a way, and hard. You can read some of that. So obviously education is the key to better life, we believe, and through education, you guys are in the school districts involved, those kids can have teenage, as a young adult, can have an opportunity, especially if those are marketable skills and, skills that can provide them, can feed them for life. So yes, we teach like UX, UI design, project management, quality assurance, different types of full stack programming. I don't know whether you're involved in tech, but these are kind of, we believe that again, teaching them how to fish. Another slide was the graduates. They are all dear to us. Vladislav was our first graduate. Now he works as a senior engineer. Then he was in the second year, and yes, his mom left him and went to live in Greece. He doesn't know his dad, and his grandma was taking care of him, barely making ends meet. And now After Hebron, he went through the training, he worked at Hebron Soft for 3 years, and now he works in another company as a senior engineer, and he is a junior pastor at the church and helping next generation of students and just, you know, being a happy young adult building his family. He got married last year, so yes, that's a success story. And then Yuri works at Hebron Soft, also very tragic past. Mom killed in the car accident. He didn't know his dad. Grandma was taking care of him. And he's very gracious. He's very grateful that he got the training and now has a job and has marketable skills. And so much more, as you see, 300 kids change lives, basically. I won't go through this slide. So our dream is to build a place where we can, help more, change more lives, and not only give them jobs, but change them mentally, spiritually, and be a good, members of the society, good human beings. So I'll talk a little bit about our budget. Right now, it's around 400 per student for a need, even though we have our facility, but it's the food, they get stipend, little pocket money, and staff, obviously, administrative expense, and all of that. So with 30 students, we spend around 12,000. Hebron Soft donates around 3,000 a month. So Hebron Soft covers around 25% full expenses, but we have much more. So our needs are obviously constantly supporting the students, but also together with Steve Chittenden, we have been fundraising for the Advanced Tech Lab. And the Advanced Tech Lab is like an incubator for the startups. So to provide that opportunity for students and graduates to be able to create, innovate during the wartime. Just like Israel, who you see is winning on many fronts because of its strength and technology and innovation, we feel that we can be innovative in many ways, not only in military, but also just, with drones or prosthetic arm, helping wounded soldiers, or in any way we can help during this war. So the hub is like a place where they can come and work. So we are equipping our garage that we already remodeled with 3D printers, with VR sets, a bunch of hardware like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, Internet of Things. And we have, our goal is 11,300 left to equip fully. So our students can have not only, the hope and something exciting to work on, but potentially get funded or bootstrap and be employed through that, have some opportunity through that. Yes, we are 501c3 and in the US, and basically that's it, but I am very happy to answer any questions you might have. I hope my accent was understandable for everybody and everything. So please, any questions or comments, advice?
So the way that I understand it, that you shared is at 18, the kids are just, they're home, the roof over their head is gone. Thank God you have the room aboard for the students that come or young adults that come. Is there any way to get into the orphanages the year before they age out to help start this transition process?
So we start talking to orphanage directors, different trade schools when they are 16, 17. We do just to get that relationship. But in Ukraine, until they turn 18, they are considered safe children. So if we have somebody under 18, it's a big responsibility of, you know, you have to have so many rules and you have to be accredited. And it's very complicated. So we bring them in once they turn 18, they are adult, independent.
What's the selection process? How do you choose which students get into your program?
It's a great question now with almost 9 years running the academy. We have the staff who talks to the directors, superintendents of different orphanages and schools that orphans go to. So we usually try to bring them for camps first. They can get the feeling. This year we are doing like boot camps every 2 months. So they come to the property, they stay there, they feel whether that's the right thing. We see how motivated they are, whether they are good team members. It's more about soft skills, whether they have that spark or exciting for me. Even though they might not have the technical skills or the math skills, but if they are very motivated, they will learn them fast. Technical skills are easier to learn than soft skills. So we try to bring those that are more encouraged and motivated, and those who might be like extremely intelligent geeks, but they say, "Oh, I don't want to help. I don't want to clean after myself." But we try to kind of. Of course, we would love to help as many as we can, but we are limited.
What city are you located in Ukraine?
Lviv, western part of Ukraine. So my husband and I were born in Lviv, and it's kind of on the border of Poland, with Poland. And it turns out to be right now one of the safest cities, even though we are far from the battlefield, but we still get missed out quite often. Different strategic, residential, all types of often.
I feel like this is a great illustration of how humans can be so brutal, and also so beautiful. I really commend your passion and your love and your resources that you and your team are providing.
Thank you. Thank you. Bittersweet, right? Well, thank you so much. And please reach me anytime. And I have a small gift from our students for you. This is a flag that they signed. And I would like to leave it with you. Yes, signed by our students.
Nice.
I would love to leave it And I match your colors. Look, If you are interested, maybe everybody can come to the picture. Would you like to come?
Yeah, why don't we get everybody up there?
Yeah. I've never been there.
Oh, yeah,
So we will be
this will be on there.
board members. I match all your colors.
Yep.
Right, we should be in the middle.
Squeeze in.
Guy in the middle.
Yeah, no, come in.
Come on in.
In there as well.
Love you by seeing us.
And do you mind if I give you my,
Yes, I
I
need to
wanna
know how
send it to
to, how
the
to open
students
it.
as well.
Sylvia.
yes, okay. Perfect.
This may be too high tech for me.
Okay. Big round button.
They got it.
Thank you.
Wonderful, yeah. Good.
Or something. All right.
All right, we're, everybody.
Thank you.
Money, that'd be great. I'd see $20 if you're gonna.
I'm gonna run upstairs, grab my first, and then I'll come out.
Super. Thank you very much.
I'll pad my luck and see what I got.
You all the ones that have to walk around, I'm like, okay.